Anime waifus are dangerous, not because they've got swords, or magic, or in Esdef's case, actual war crimes. Never ask Esdef what she did back in Nam to that innocent family of 4. They're dangerous because they've created a generation of little degenerates, and I should know. I'm a product of high school DxD essentially. Demons hating demons, call that shit DxD, am I right lads? And I'm not talking about little damsels in distress. Those aren't my vibe. I'm talking about war criminal ice queen, queen of destruction, sword queen. That one American girl from prison school who gets 2 seconds of screen time. And more. I may have a type. This is critically acclaimed gamer Punished Gatsu, talking about why and what makes waifus appealing. Why should you curb it what I think? Well, I just have immaculate taste in anime women. And yeah, I'll be going over the obvious things. But I also look at the more character traits side as well. It's kind of boring if your anime wife is just a sack of flesh with curves and zero character. Strap in, samurai. We got anime women to attend to. And if you don't sub, your waifu is mid. Now, as you may have guessed, or discovered because I said it in the intro, I ain't into those little damsel in distress types. I'm into those mature types. Honestly, ones that would probably straight up kill me. God forbid a white boy catches some motion. I would give my body and soul to have one. Call that shit equivalent exchange. Now obviously, I have to start with Reyes, the best waifu of them all. That woman is simply that bitch. Confident, hot, excellent design and color palette. Her design just looks good, and is actually commonly brought up throughout the anime, with her deep crimson hair. She is just peak, though this video is not just a glaze Reyes, but I will be doing that quite a bit, so get ready. This video is to discuss why people like him so much. Aside from the monkey neuron activation side, a good waifu in my eyes isn't just eye candy, not just someone you want to bench press you, most of the time. Authors have this thing they forget a lot when writing anime women, and that is character development beyond just OMG main character, let's bang. And that's all she wrote. Now, Casca from Berserk, yes, we're talking about Berserkian. I'm just gonna have to strap in and deal with it. Casca is one of the best written female characters in fiction, and I will die on this hill. Casca goes through so many stages of character development, even in just the golden age, to the point where it becomes this web of different feelings and traits, you know, like a human. Now imagine this web of neurons and just development, human-like traits. Now take this all away, just erase it, except 2 nodes. And that is OMG main character and OMG it's not like I like you or anything. Then buoy go boing boing. Congrats, you have what it takes to be the average mangaka writing a female character. Have fun. A lot of this comes down to personal taste and offer mentality, but goddammit, I know what I like. And a lot of offers do the opposite of that. Have I mentioned how much I hate Asia from high school DxD? But do not despair, where there is an Everest of slop waifus, there are still mountains of great ones. Now that we went over some of the what makes a waifu good, let's get into some trope sets, the character per se. There's going to be a lot of women in this who happen to be referred to as queens by title in this video, and I think I've learned something about myself while writing this. Now, the dangerous ones. Of course, right down our alley, our war criminal queen. The one that had to be fumbled harder than the fucking bombs fell. that wasn't the script. Characters like Esdef and Albedo make you have this strange thought of, what if she could murder you, but you like that? There's a lot of characters like this. Apparently some great waifus are either war criminals, psychotic, or just like inflicting pain. Who knew sadism has such good character development? Though characters such as Urza Scarlet from Fairy Tail, Paladin from Goblin Slayer, Fujimoto from One Punch Man. Okay, well, editing this, I do not know why I thought she was called Fujimoto. It's fucking Fubuki. Still dangerous though. A little less morally grey and more of a good guy. Sadly, I cannot speak that much of my goat, Meiko from Prison School too much. As every image I show of her, YouTube will beat me. And not show this video very much. So just know, Meiko, top 5 waifu list, even though she would snuff out the spark called my life. You may have noticed, Gatsu, you're kind of picking quite the popular ones here. Isn't that boring? Well, no, it's not. I'm using these characters because you've heard of them, and they're hot. If I try and relate a point to some random girl from an East Guy called that time my mate's dentist failed my circumcision. You would have no idea the point I'm trying to get across. So there's a reason I'm picking these ones, alright? Just deal with it. Now, back to Esdef. I mean, it's a fact she's hot, but she has this tragic element. Despite this war criminal mindset, her main dream was to settle down and start a family, and she fell for Tatsumi. But he didn't like her back for unknown reasons. That's why people simp for Esdef. She's insane, sadistic, and has fans begging on her to step on them like it's a Black Friday sale. However, this isn't just all eye candy. That little tragic element of writing she has, you can sort of justify liking her character and not just her design for various reasons. The writing doesn't need to be tragic by any means every time. Reis, for example. Reis is a very non-tragic character in a way, but she's still number one. But just enough like writing so the character has more than just the image of them. That so even these so-called evil characters still have an aspect you can be like, yeah, I understand that and I like that character. Not just, you know, assets. I am no better than anyone though. I'll happily admit a big part of Esdef's appeal is the Dommy Mummy design, and I fucking dig it. That's makes a good waifu, BB. Straight up eye candy mixed with some actual interesting writing and design. And if these characters are a little crazy, I can fix her. Trust me. I say being dragged into Esdef's dungeon. Though I ain't screaming. Looking back on this, I was almost a fool. I almost forgot Best Girl of Black Clover. Easily. Meru Leona, the definition of a dangerous waifu. Her entire screen time is just, I ain't hear no bell. A smoke demon, as the kids call it. She is just peak. She is bordering on top 5 waifu list. Honestly, Black Clover had a lot of good waifu candidates, like a lot. But that is a tale for a different time. Meru Leona is just that bitch, once again. No, not every wife is a psycho killer. Someone hit you with that refined, elegant energy. The kind that when you hear them heels clicking on the floor, you know what's up. Sekiro from High School of the Dead, although not really queenly or royalty, still has that graceful sort of combat style with her katana. And visual assets. Also Best Girl, Yuricha from Bleach, the cat queen. It's the type of woman who'll clown on you mid-battle and you'll still say thank you for your time, mommy.
Man, this look pretty good,
Mainly
man.
later arcs, Yurichi. Plus she's a cat. And I mean,
Where your clothes at?
Egyptians worship those MFs for being refined and elegant. So, you know, it might go against their culture. Rangeki is still Best Girl, but I couldn't find a way to slip her in. This kind of contrasts with the dangerous ones, but also shares the same points. Elegant characters are portrayed as still powerhouses. They could still 100% rock your shit to the moon and back. Basically, both elegant and dangerous are still strong. I think that's just my type. But I mean, I can see the appeal of, you know, the gentler characters, the less strong ones, you know. But they just ain't my vibe. Now that we've been over the peak waifus, let's get on to a bit more of a divisive topic. In my eyes, at least, let's talk Slop waifus. The character's engineered to make your eyes peer places and basically designed to be a walking kink. Or even worse, just completely irrelevant to the story, to the point where if they got removed, nothing would change. For every race or Esdef, there's an army of characters that exist for one reason.
Whoa, 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 hey, 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 hey!
Plot. And I do not mean storyline. You know the type, right? Shizuka from High School of the Dead. A nurse so ditzy that I think she would do more damage to than the initial wound.
That's a lot of damage!
You would not let her anywhere near you. But it's fine, because every time she walks, things happen. Now, hear me out. Slop characters ain't a bad thing. They're there because they're enjoyable. They add sort of an extra layer of appeal, I would say. They're just enjoyable. For example, would I remove Shizuka from High School of the Dead? Hell no. She's hot. Does she do anything aside from being walking fan service? Literally nothing. Now, you could argue Meiko from Prison School is also Slop, but I think that's a little different. Prison School is designed around adult jokes and never taking itself seriously. Every character in that manga is designed to make you laugh, and Meiko is also very hot. Best girl of Prison School, actually. She even has this Ken Kaneki sequence of losing her true self. I know it's a bit off topic, but yeah. I guess High School of the Dead doesn't take itself too seriously either, but It takes itself a little bit more seriously than Britain's Girl. It's time to go on an adventure into the depths of Slop waifus with me. A show that I know a lot of people like, so I'm going to lose every sub I have gained for this one. Infinite Stratos. Every character is a piece of cardboard. All of the women are two-dimensional things with no goals or aspirations. All you will learn from the characters is maybe 2 parts of their backstory, very surface level writing, and their future aspirations are, we want to pile to Stratos and save the world, but also bang the MC. And that's all she wrote. It is akin to anime Slop Pokemon. Listen, just imagine it this way. We have the posh British elemental type. We have the Japanese tsundere elemental type. The small angry Russian elemental type. The French tomboy. The brash jealous type. The weird sister fetish type. Because the author just had to put that one in. All of which, by the way, it's their only trope. They never differentiate from this at all. They have no other character outside of this one thing they're known for. They are literally elemental types that cannot differ from it. All of, like, the only thing you'll learn about them is, as I said, very minor backstory, very minor aspirations, and they just want to chase the MC around all day. Infinite Stratos is, in my eyes, peak waifu Slop harem anime. The British posh one's lucky bestial though. Now, don't get me wrong, Slop has its place. Sometimes you just want to watch the physics engine be a little goofy. But let's not pretend these characters stick with you. And you know what? Who cares? Hell yeah, brother. As long as the plot is decent, give me all of them. If they added a little bit of a more of appeal, just throw them in there, why not? Though, Slop waifus could never compare to my dangerous ones, or the elegant ones I've listed. And that's exactly why the real waifus, the dangerous ones, the comfort characters, stand out so much more. Because once you've waded through enough slop, you start to notice the ones that are actually peak. Now, for a slightly more real topic, I guess you'd call it, the escapism aspect is a very big part of it for a lot of people. Beyond all the fan service and over-the-top designs, waifus serve a genuine deeper purpose for a lot of people. They're a form of escapism. Life is stressful, unpredictable, and often disappointing, but waifus are, strange enough, a constant. Whether it's coming from a hard day at work, a harsh day in general, those characters you like so much will always be there. A constant and ever-changing life. They simply become comfort characters, although definitely not the healthiest method. If people are lonely, their favourite characters will always be there for them. Comfort characters can obviously be more than just waifus. But this video is mainly on waifus, so we'll stick to waifus, obviously. Part of the appeal of waifus is they're basically just idolised partners, right? They embody traits that people long for. Loyalty, compassion, strength, or even just someone who notices them and values them, even if it's not directly. In a way, they fill in emotional gaps left by real relationships or just real life in general. Now again, it's not a healthy method to rely on such a thing, in my opinion. But I guess as long as they're not hurting anyone, being a nuisance or breaking the law, who really cares? Whatever makes someone look back and say, today was a good day, doesn't really matter. But yeah, you can't really talk about the appeal of, you know, waifus or anime without getting into escapism and the comfort side of it. I don't usually like getting into deeper sections per se, because it can kill the vibe of a video really easily. That's a bit more upbeat, but escapism is a big part of it. Hell, High School DxD got me through a lot in high school. Probably why race is on such a pedestal in my eyes. And honestly, probably always will be. Anyways, that was the comfort and escapism aspect. We can go back to le haha funny meme outro now. This has been correctly acclaimed gamer Punished Gatsu with a topic I might actually explore again, as it was a really fun one to write the script for, and it's just a really fun topic to speak about and edit. I can already tell it's going to take me years to edit, so Godspeed. Anyways, that's the appeal of waifus part 1. If you liked it, consider sticking around and let me know your waifu takes. And I'll respond because YouTube likes that. Anyways, see ya.